activities with me and a bit of occupational therapy. So, I'm Delphine, as Hannah said, and as you can tell, I'm a wheelchair user. I also have an occupational therapy degree, and I'm now in my 20s, so I know we're looking at children and young people, so this is a bit of a reflective viewpoint. Yeah. So I'm going to start off by saying it was not always easy to find different inclusive activities. It was often a coincidence to find them. As a child and young person, I went to WizKids groups in Shrewsbury, and this was for people with mobility impairments, young people. And we participated in a wide range of activities, and this was the sociable group, but it didn't seem to attract more attendees, and sadly I had to close. But it was great. I met up with different people, but had to travel because I went to Birmingham for different things. So that is a barrier for some people. And talking about barriers, I'm going to use that because that's easier. It's okay. So opportunities I wanted to engage with. So as you can see, there's a few on this slide, and I went to taster sessions for these different activities, and when I wanted to take them on further, there were some barriers. For example, with the wheelchair tennis group, all the members were adults, and it wasn't very appealing as a child to be in a room with adults. And for rock climbing, there was a limited equipment, and the same with the trampolining. And just to touch a bit on PE, so I went to secondary school, and that was a mainstream secondary school, and the teachers did not really understand how to make it inclusive. I did join in with like tennis, rounders, volleyball, and a bit of basketball, but they often thought I would like to do my physio in the same room as all the other children, and so yeah, not for me, and that's personal choice, but they seemed to think that was okay, but yeah, don't do that. So, as you can see on the slide, there's a list of meaningful activities that I engaged with as a child and person that had positive outcome. And in case you don't know, the HEPT is a pilgrimage trust that takes disadvantaged individuals and individuals with disabilities on holiday to Lords and France. And that for the purpose of this presentation, over the next few slides I'm going to focus on dance. Okay, so my dance training. So I'm pretty sure I started dancing in formal groups in 2006, but yeah, don't quote me on that. And Blue and Soul, so I started with Blue and Soul, and they sadly no longer exist, but Shropshire Inclusive Dance is flying the flag, and I'm still part of many of the activities on the slide, and I've completed Power Dance UK Inclusive Dance Training, which is a gateway into teaching, and I'm going to show you some pictures quickly of me dancing, and if you can move on. That was the recent project. And the next slide, please. Next one. So, why I found dance meaningful. So I think the main factor was enjoyment. I enjoyed the session. I like making friends through dance and then seeing and dancing with my friends every week. I like the music used during the sessions, and I still like the music used. It helped me to interact with children my own age. Dance as a dance as an activity was something I felt good at, and this links back to enjoyment. I was proud to share and perform what I had been working on. Although everyone is looking at you a bit like today, during a performance I somehow felt in control. It's hard to explain. And then, so, right back a bit, sorry. Yeah. Going to weekly session gave me a routine and added structure to my week. And this on its own maybe doesn't make it meaningful, but when you pair it with enjoyment, it is meaningful. And as a qualified OT, I understand the impact of meaningful occupations. Meaningful and purposeful activities are central to OT philosophy and core belief. And Crete 2003. If an activity is not meaningful, we know the individual is less likely to engage. So, why is dance meaningful? So I did a bit of research and I came across the term yeah, that one you can see up there, yeah. And so it's making links between the biological, psychological and social aspects of oneself. And this research was saying that dance, as an activity, achieves this and therefore can be said to have positive impact on both health and well-being. Okay, so I've come up with some top tips as requested by Hannah. And when I thought about these tips, I looked at dance and why other activities mentioned were successful. And so the first one is communication. It is important to communicate with both the participant, so the child, the young person, and their parents and carers. And I think you should also consider other formats of communication, like marathon pictures, demonstrations, and the second one was exploration. So if you don't know how to make something accessible, be open about this. Ask the person what they think. They might have a great idea. Explore this together and look around and network. So, like we are today. And the third one was attitude. And so I think this has been touched on a bit. So don't feel like we're being a pain, as this will not people's confidence. But remember to be open and honest. Depending on the activity, you might do some strategic partnering. In my opinion, this is okay, and I will try the same. And this has helped me to be a more confident dancer. And integration. Integration between children and young people with them without disabilities has had a huge positive impact for me. I would encourage you to think about this and perhaps how you can implement it. However, I realise it does have its challenges. Partnering individuals with and without disabilities can help to form friendships. It can also aid understanding and reduce misconceptions or prejudice. This is particularly evident for people with learning disabilities. And according to ODAO 2019, young people with SEND appear to miss out on positive social experiences in school, particularly with non-disabled young people, leading to fewer friendships and the risk of less developed social skills. And I can tell you this is definitely true. In conclusion, I believe both groups of people, so people with disability and people without, will benefit from integration when executed correctly, especially when the group comes together because of a shared interest, like a type of sport, art, or indeed dance.